Hi Beastie Besties, welcome back to my channel. This is another episode of the Craft Corner. I haven't done one of these in a while. I believe the last one I did was lip repaint for Frankie. This video, as you can tell by the title, is how to get fun little metallic fishy ears on your Lagoona dolls. Now, I have been doing this for a while with my Lagoonas, just to match her early artwork as well as the blue gradient they have in the show and in the movies. And basically, all you need to accomplish this look is a brush, Q-tips, a paint palette or something to put paint in, color shift Folkart acrylic in pastel green or something in similar tones. And yes, it does have to be green because it is a form of color correction for Lagoona's coral pink skin. It helps it actually appear vibrant and not dull. And then you will need PearlEx pigments in turquoise, sky blue, interference green, pearl white, and interference blue. And then to seal everything, I like to use this Sculpey satin glaze, but you can also use other varnishes. Just don't use Mod Podge. Mod Podge gets sticky on doll vinyl. And with that out of the way, let's get started. I apologize for this incredibly janky setup. Unfortunately, I cannot seem to find my usual phone stand. Anyway, now what you're going to need is to wet a brush and dilute the green paint, just like we did for doing the lip repaint with Frankie. And you're only going to want to hit the inner creases of her ear with that watered down paint. Also, it probably helps if you take the earrings out, but I did not think to do that beforehand, so I'm doing it now on camera. Hello, I am so smart. And only the inner corners, or folds, the I don't know what they're called, but like, on a fish it would be the veins, because, fins are veiny, bony things, but, I guess, her fins are structured like a ray-finned fish, so I guess it's the fin rays. Yeah, that's just sort of the vibe, and you have to let that dry in between. This is what it looks like, about 2 coats in, and that's as many coats as you will need. And then we will dust on our first layer of pearl powders. Now, this part is basically what the Q-tip is for. What I like to do is just, dip it in the pigment powder, tap off the excess in the lid, and then just go over the entire end of the ear, like so. Just get as much of it as you can, but you don't want it too dark. And what the pigment powder does is, well, it's a pigment powder. It will actually stain the vinyl, so do try to avoid getting it on parts of the doll that you don't want to have the blue powder on. But yeah, and you should only need about 1 or 2 layers of the deeper blue before you can move on to another color. See, here she is after the deep blue. And you could also just, finish here and seal it with the glaze, but I want her to be really, really shiny like my other ones. Next one we're doing is sky blue. Now, I apologize for the terrible lighting. My ring light has decided to crap out on me, probably for the rest of this shoot. I have mentioned it in other videos, but I've been meaning to get a new one. It's just the local Big Lots closed, and that's where I got my first one. And so I haven't been able to, drive out to a store that has them in my area. I think, like, Walgreens says they carry them, but the one down the street does not. And Target says they carry them, but I have never seen them there, and I go to Target, like, all the time, so my only other guess is that I will find them at TJ Maxx, probably, but I have, the nearest TJ Maxx is, like, 28 minutes away from me, I want to say. Anyway, what I'm doing now is I've added the sky blue. Now what I'm going to do is take another layer of our green paint, thin it down, and fill in the inner spaces once more. And the reason I'm doing this is also it helps to seal in the pigment powders. I know this is a very awkward angle to film at, but like, you get the Lagoona shelf in the background, which is the only time it has appeared in a video since it got organized into the Lagoona shelf, except it's not just the Lagoona shelf anymore because Ginnifier also lives there. The Lagoona Fire shelf, if you will. They're little best friends. Maybe more. I don't know. Pink goes good with green. Make that statement out what you will. They go on little adorable hand-holdy park dates in my household. Okay. I'm trying to decide if I want to do the pearl next or the interference blue, because that does change how vibrant they are. Because if I want them to look like the one that I did with, for the movie, for my movie custom, which if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen, she's in her outfit from the second movie. But, if I want to do it like that, then I should probably consider doing the white pearl first, and then the two interference colors last. Interference green is always, like, the tail end. Mix it with the gloss at the end. Never put that one on before, just because it is best used as a finishing pigment, if that makes sense. I think I am going to do the regular pearl first, just because that seems like it'll turn out easier. And, of course, same method. Wow, you can really see the, oh, you can't see. It's trying to show you real Drama Lagoona. Oh, thank you, phone camera. Very cool. I'm leaving that in because it's funny, but, like, these are also supposed to just be, like, chill, laid-back videos. Not super edited, not super polished. Because this is for fun, this is a hobby channel. We do this for fun. The care is in the result of the Lagoona doll, not in the video editing skills, Anyway, there she is. I think I like that. So it's time to seal that once again with the green paint in between. So, this is where we are at. Very fun, very shiny. I think I'm going to add the interference blue now. By the way, if I ever do paint the arm fins on my Lagoonas, this is the exact same method that I use, because it's fun and shiny and whimsical. Although I do use less layers when I do the arm fins, just because it's a different plastic. So it's a lot easier to build opacity on the vinyl than it is, like, on the head than it is to do it on the arms. So I use less of the green paint and more of the blue powders. And then, you know, and that's not the only reason I have these powders. I also use these powders as top coats and mix-ins for lip repaints because they are very useful, and I also use them for printmaking, but that's neither here nor there. This is where we are at right now. You can kind of see my dying ring light will help that, but that is very whimsical. Love her. Time to get the gloss glaze and mix our top coat. And not kick over my film setup while I'm doing it. Alrighty folks, so I'm going to show you how I do this. So, in an empty reservoir, put about that much of your gloss glaze, however many your Lagunas are doing today. And then, with your interference green, it's really easy to just stick the back end of a paintbrush in and pick up some, like so, and just dump that in there. Take the back end of your paintbrush as well, dip it in your little cup of water. About 2 drops should do. And now it's time to mix. You know, in real time. I'm not speeding this up, because I actually don't know how to do that. Yeah, speeding footage up, not for me. I know how to do it in TikTok's video editor, not in InShot. I'm still not sure how to use InShot. It's better for photos than it is for videos, if I'm being honest. Not sponsored. Not that I would be sponsored anyway. But yeah, that's our mixture. You can see at the corners it's very shiny. And with the same soft brush, just dip it in. And you're good to go. Can brush that on your Laguna's ears to finish things off. And just because I can, here's what it looks like when it's just the pigment powders and the top coat. This is why I like putting the green paint underneath, because the ears look purple, and they're not supposed to be purple. So, you know, I just wanted to show you, because I did this on purpose. But, yeah. I mean, it works for her, because of her makeup, her lips that I chose for her. But, yeah. Anyway, here she is, all nice and done. Freshly fishy. Love it. She's ready to get her earrings back on and join the rest of the Lagunas on the shelf back there. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. I hope you had a wonderful holiday season, and I look forward to whatever 2025 brings for the channel. We'll see. It should be fun.